In today's Poppy Playtime gameplay, we are going to try and unlock 3 of Poppy Playtime's biggest secrets. We already have all of the game's achievements, so that won't be helping us out at all. The first secret we're going to try is the game station. The game station is a secret area in Poppy Playtime which is very hard to access, but if you find it, you can play classic retro games such as Space Invaders and even Pong. Now, there are hints for this all over the place, but no one really knows how to solve this puzzle yet. So, hopefully with your help, we can be the first to figure it out. I did some investigating online and saw someone claimed that if you took the red, blue, and green wires from the Huggy Wuggy plushies and put them into the sockets here, it would turn on the TV. So that's exactly what I did, but it didn't do anything. And after a few more attempts, I tried every combination possible of the wires, and nothing happened. So I don't think that's quite right. However, another player pointed out something which I completely missed. On the side of the game station, there is a small box, and inside of this box is a note which says, "Insert coin games are for losers." This could mean a couple of things. It could mean that we need coins to play these games, or maybe it means that we should try something else instead. On the table next to the game station, there is a VHS player and a stack of VHS tapes. But there is also something else sitting on top of the tapes which you may have missed. If you walk up to this, you will see that it is a token from an arcade claw machine. Perhaps the token has something to do with the game station. You can actually pick up this token and take it with you around the factory, but there doesn't seem to be any way to use it anywhere. The only other place that looks like it might have a claw machine is in the staff room, but unfortunately, this one has been broken by the toys. So I don't think this is the right one. This is where the secret starts to get really difficult, because there is no real way to know what to do next. However, if you look around the room, you will see another tape player, and when you walk up to it, it will play a message from one of the developers saying, "This facility is not ready yet." But he does mention that there is a way to make it playable, but it will require all 9 lost and found tickets. If you've done everything correctly up to this point, then congratulations, because you now have all of the tickets needed. In my last video, I showed you how to find all of these tickets, so go check that one out if you haven't already. So now that we have all of the tickets, we can go back to the lost and found room and put them in the machine. After putting in all 9 tickets, the machine will give us a key card which unlocks the door to the power room. But, as we all know, the power is out and this door is locked. We still need to find a way to turn the power back on and open this door. But before I show you that, let's just take a moment to appreciate how amazing this game actually is. Not only does it have a great storyline and scary atmosphere, but the graphics and sound design is incredible too. The developers have done an amazing job creating this abandoned toy factory, and I can't wait to see what they come up with next. But enough about that. Let's get back to the game and see what else we can find. Heading through the door on the left will take us to what seems to be some kind of maintenance shaft. At the end of this shaft, we can crawl through a small opening and drop down onto some boxes below. We can then head over to the far wall and pull on the lever. This will turn on the generator and restore power to the factory. With the power now restored, we can head back to the power room and use our key card to enter. Inside of here, we will find a computer which has a note attached to it saying, "Hello, I'm stuck. Please help me." Next to this, we will also find another VHS tape. If we bring this tape over to the nearby TV, we can watch a short clip of what appears to be the person who wrote that note. He explains that he's trapped inside the computer and asks us to reset the circuit breaker in order to free him. To do this, we need to head into the electrical room and flip the switch on the circuit breaker box. Doing this will start the emergency power sequence and allow us to return to the power room. When we get back here, we will see that the computer screen has changed and is now counting down from 60 seconds. It seems that the computer was counting down until the emergency power kicked in, and now that it has, we need to hurry up and do something before time runs out. There is another message which says, "Time is running out. Hurry up!" And it seems that we need to type something on the keyboard. Now I tried typing "reset," as this is what the message said to do, but this didn't work. I then tried typing help, and this also didn't work. So I tried changing the letters to their corresponding numbers on the keyboard, and this finally worked. The screen will flash with a message saying, "Access granted," and this will unlock the door behind the computer. On the other side of this door, we will find a small office which contains a desk and a chair. And sitting at the desk is a person who appears to be frozen in time. There is a nameplate on the desk which says Ludwig. So perhaps this is Ludwig's office. If we walk up to the chair, the game will tell us to sit down, and when we do, the person in the chair will move their head and reveal themselves to be a plush toy version of Huggy Wuggy. It appears that Poppy has taken over this body and is now controlling it. The scene will then cut to black and the game will tell us that playtime is over. The screen will then start to flicker back to life, revealing a distorted version of Poppy on the monitor. She will explain that she didn't want to play anymore, but that she will let us play one last game. After this, the game will shut down, leaving us with this creepy message on the screen. While this isn't really a game, there is one final thing that we can do. If we head into the vent above us and crawl through, we will find ourselves in the security office. From here, we can look out of the window and see that there is a huge pile of plushies outside of the factory. And if we look closely, we will see a figure standing at the top of the hill. It appears that Poppy has escaped and is watching us. That is the end of the game, but there are still so many unanswered questions. Who is Poppy? Why is she doing all of this? And what happens now? Unfortunately, we will have to wait and see what the next chapter brings. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this video and stay tuned for more updates.